Good evening. Welcome to this week's weekly weather briefing. It is March 25th, 2017, our last weekly weather briefing before we get into the month of April. Hard to believe that we're already this far into the year 2017, and we have had a lot of weather that we have had to go through. Several snow events this March, and several severe weather events as well. So it hasn't really been giving the weather people a break, and it doesn't look like it's going to be giving us a break anytime soon because even today we have showers and thunderstorms, some of which could be on the strong to severe side as we go into the rest of this evening and early on tonight. Right now, temperatures across the purchase area of western Kentucky are settling in the mid 60s. I would have to say that they are a little bit cooler today than I anticipated. That is due to the fact that we are seeing a lot of rain cooled air from this morning's storms, and we're also not looking at a whole lot of sunshine. A couple peaks here and there, you can tell here in parts of Graves County as of this recording, a couple peaks of sunshine, but it's very spotty, and this isn't even making it all the sunshine here is not even making it all the way to the ground. I live right in here, and I can just tell you right now that it is absolutely cloudy outside. So a lot of the sunshine is just kind of, not really making it through the clouds, but you can still see the kind of the sun outline. That is good news because we don't want a whole lot of sunshine because that fuels the atmosphere for severe weather, and that is not what we want. We do not want that because that would end up strengthening our storms off to our west, and therefore we would have to deal with stronger and more damaging storms if we had more energy in the atmosphere for those storms to work with. That energy comes from the sun. The sun is the energy source. So, as long as we can get throughout the rest of the sunlight hours without any sunlight, then we will not have to worry about anything major, but you can't rule out a severe storm or two dotting the radar. Right now, let's look at the clouds. This is the current satellite imagery. This is also the current radar coming from Paducah's radar site. You can tell much colder air temperatures in the mid 40s in parts of eastern Kansas, well below average over there, low 50s, and that is where they got for high temperatures today, and that is because this upper level system is bringing in more moist air ahead of it and cold air behind it, and I'm afraid that we're going to have to deal with not temperatures this cold for highs tomorrow, but I'm afraid we're going to have to deal with some of these wraparound clouds as that moves into our area. But we'll have to see. I think about the first half of the day is going to be mostly cloudy, and then once we get into the mid-afternoon, early evening, that's when I think we'll begin to see those clouds move out. We'll just have to wait and see when I wake up on Sunday morning and see what the satellite looks like, then we'll just have to go from there. If it looks like we're going to have to deal with clouds all day, then I'll change the forecast through Twitter. But if it does not look like it's going to change, then I will keep it the same, which is what I think is going to happen. First half of the day, clouds. Second half of the day, sunshine. Hopefully that pans out. Temperatures would then give a boost into the upper 60s to low 70s. If we see temperatures, rather clouds, hanging around with us throughout the afternoon hours tomorrow on Sunday, then expect those high temperatures to only remain in the low to mid 60s. So the whether we see sunshine or not is going to make a big difference. Even upper 50s would not be ruled out. So let's hope that we get some sunshine from that. Let's go ahead and take off the satellite imagery so that way I can go ahead and loop this radar for you, just kind of give you an idea of where these storms are moving. You can tell that they're mostly moving towards the east-northeast, some of them north-northeast over here in parts of central Kentucky, and that was from our remaining band of showers this morning that moved through the area, so you can tell it's not making much progress. That is because it's moving more northerly rather than it is easterly, and we do have a couple of storms that I've been waiting for all afternoon for these storms to fire up, and they finally have done that, unfortunately, but they have, and they're already starting to move off into the Hickman County area and Fulton County area. They should be knocking on their doorstep here pretty soon. And tell a little bit of a Boeing feature just northwest of Dyersburg. We'll have to watch some of these cells to see what they do throughout the rest of this afternoon. I do expect a couple more to pop just over here in parts of western Tennessee. You can tell this line is trying to continue to form, and I think this will eventually form into a line of showers and thunderstorms and move off towards the east-northeast. So, purchase area, expect some showers and thunderstorms for your evening plans this Saturday. All right, let's go ahead and look at this upcoming week's weather. You can tell that today, yes, definitely green on the map. We did have some rain. We do have some rain to look forward to still. On Monday, we have another storm system moving in, and this one was supposed to be not, having the risk for severe weather. A couple days ago, it looked like we would be on the cold side of this storm system, and now it looks like we are going to be on the warm side of it because that low pressure center will be passing to our northwest, and it's going to be very close to us, and that also gives us an enhanced risk. The more closer we are to that area of low pressure, the more spin we have in the atmosphere to work with, and so we'll have to watch the threat for tornadoes on Monday and see if that becomes an issue. It looks like Monday afternoon would be the time frame to watch if we had any severe weather, and then at that system moves off towards the northeast. The Storm Prediction Center has already placed us under a slight risk for severe storms on Monday. I will probably have to make an updated video on Sunday tomorrow just to make sure that we can get all of the ingredients together and talked about, so that way we know what we are about to deal with on Monday. Once we get into midweek, we begin to see another storm system shaping off to our north and west. A little bit of some uncertainty as to where the track of this system is going to go. One of the models, the GFS, which is what I'm showing you right now, is wanting to show this low pressure center going to our south. And so if this happens, then we would be on the cold side of the system, and high temperatures on Friday and Thursday probably wouldn't be making it out of the 50s, and some of you wouldn't be getting out of the 40s if we see the low pressure going to our south and we end up with clouds and rain. But if we go low pressure to our south and we end up with sunshine because it goes so far to our south, the temperatures would likely just be in the 50s. If we see that low pressure going off to our north and west, then we'll see warmer air, 60s and 70s, and we'll have to monitor for some severe weather. So the track of this low pressure is going to change the temperature forecast and what we see weather-wise in the atmosphere on Thursday, Friday, and maybe the early part of Saturday. That low pressure moves off to our north and east, and we begin to see another system kind of taking shape. The models have been in agreement around the second, third, fourth time frame of April on another storm system coming in, so we'll have to watch for that one and see how it goes. The GFS and some other neighboring models have also been wanting to show a little bit of a cooler pattern for the first week of April. Unfortunately, that's shaping up for many of the kids' spring break across the Purchase area, and so we'll hope for warm weather and hopefully more sunshine, but it's looking like an active pattern right now, and that would keep our temperatures down on the cooler side of things, so we'll have to monitor that. I'll have a better handle of next week's weather for spring break once next week's weekly weather briefing comes out this coming Saturday, which would actually be Saturday, April the 1st. Let's go ahead and look at those temperatures for this week. They are going to be somewhat mild, around average to just a bit above average on some days. Very spring-like. We're not getting too far ahead of ourselves with these temperatures just yet. Temperatures on Monday will be in the 70s. That will be another ingredient. We will have warm air available on Monday if that low pressure continues to pass off to our northwest in the model trends. On Tuesday, slightly cooler air around 70 degrees. Mid-60s can't be ruled out. If we see clouds remaining around, we might see a couple of morning showers on Tuesday and clouds departing throughout the day. If those clouds hang around with us, then we will see those temperatures really hanging low in the low to mid-60s rather than the upper 60s to low 70s. But I do think that those clouds will begin to move out before the mid-afternoon heating hours kick in. By Thursday, this model is already showing temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s for high temperatures, and you can tell that's a big difference from just Jackson, Tennessee at 74 degrees. So it's going to be a very big uncertainty as to where that low pressure center tracks and as to what our temperatures are going to be. Temperatures on Friday and return would also be cool as well. And then by Saturday and Sunday, we would begin to see those temperatures warming up. And temperatures by Monday and Tuesday of spring break on this model are showing upper 60s to low 70s, but we'll have to wait and see if that actually pans out or not. The rainfall throughout the next 7 days are going to be pretty high up there, about 1 to 3 inches of rain, depending on where you see those thunderstorms enhance. So we'll just have to watch out for some of that. An active pattern kicking in. Spring is here, so that means that we'll have several chances for showers and thunderstorms and several chances to watch for some severe weather.